everyone. Welcome back to the show. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different. We have a major announcement to share with you all from both of us, not just one of us, but we have a major announcement to share. As y'all have seen, we've taken a few hiatuses here recently in the past.
In between episodes.
Past 5 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've been just going through some stuff, but nothing bad, right?
Yeah. We don't want this intro to sound like it's something depressing.
Yeah.
That happened. But yeah, we really didn't know. We already made this announcement to our family and like close social media friends, I guess you can say. But this is something we kind of didn't really know how to do for the podcast, so we thought we just might as well
we wanted to make sure it was special too. Like, we didn't just want to spring it, post on social media. Like, we thought, why not have just its own episode?
Exactly. So you want to go and say it?
Yes. So
some people may already know that are watching this. So,
yes, already by what we've already said. But yeah, so I'm gonna be a mama. I got my mama shirt on.
Oh, yeah, you ready? Oh, yeah, that already from the beginning. You see the mama shirt.
No, actually, I had it covered.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Oh, I just saw that.
We're going to be parents, guys.
Yes.
Coming May 2023.
Yep. So, we're having a baby.
Yes, we are.
We are having a baby. So,
a baby CayVin universe.
Yeah, so... we picked I'm pretty tired today. I haven't had much sleep. So, we picked an interesting day to do this episode, but nonetheless, we're both super excited.
Yeah, we are.
We really are. Especially if, you're the few that've been listening since, the beginning, the things we've been through and just how special this is. I don't mean to take her to the dark route, but, just there's times where you kind of, someone may ask themselves, like, what am I here for? What's my purpose? What am I doing with my life? Why does my life feel like it's going this direction instead of the way I always thought it was going to go? And then things just, it
just happens. And it's just so crazy because it happens at the time when you need it most.
Right. It's even if it's negative things or bad things you may go through in your life, it still seems like things fall into place to where things happen when they need to happen.
Yeah.
Whether it's good or whether it's bad. I mean, this is obviously good, but, I'm speaking to before this moment where I might have felt like, my life was going down a dark path or something.
Yeah.
It's this is an amazing, beautiful reminder.
Yeah.
Yes, and gift. That's actually a gift. Yeah.
Yes.
Just how beautiful life is.
Yeah,
you know what
sure.
I mean? How do you feel?
I feel like this is something that I'd like to share to everybody because it just proves to me that not really manifesting, but talking out loud, putting your feelings out there. Before we found out, I think I've told you this already, but before we found out that I was pregnant, I remember specifically having a drive to myself, just running errands, right? Having a drive to myself alone in the car. And I'm talking out loud, not necessarily to somebody, just out loud, thinking exactly what you were just saying. Where's my life going? What am I going to do with my life? And then I swear, weeks later, we find out this news. And it just it brought me back to that conversation that I had with myself that I was like, oh, this is it, right? So this is the next step. This is our next chapter. And so
exactly the next chapter. That's really what it feels like. And, I think what it is. The next chapter in our lives. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, but that's all I was gonna say.
Yeah. And that not only are we having a baby, but we know the gender.
Yeah, we do.
And we've announced the gender.
Yeah, we do.
So we are having a little girl.
There she is.
Little girl.
I mean,
wow. Talk about, like I said, just things.
Yeah.
We
thought. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but we thought that. Us saying since from the beginning we said everybody has their we're just happy with what we have, but everybody wants their what do we prefer or what would I like to have first,
right?
And we said so many times girl that we got to the point where we were like, okay, we need to stop because we're gonna just jinx it.
Yeah, I really thought, but then we had everyone saying, and like I said, if you're familiar with the show, we had a whole episode about my mother. My mother passing away in 2020, and, it just, like I said, reminders and gifts that come that, when we found out we're having a baby, before we knew the gender, I really, like the typical, guy always wants a son. Of course, we'll get there.
Yeah.
But I really was hoping for a little baby girl. This was the gift that we needed.
Yes.
And and it happened. So that just like I said, it's just amazing how things line up in life.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. How are you feeling? How are some of because obviously, I mean, this is both of our first kid. Your first time mom, me first time dad.
Yeah.
And I just kind of been cruising. I've been researching. I've been reading my baby books and Googling some stuff. And now all our like social media feeds and ads are all baby stuff.
Yes.
Especially you.
My whole TikTok feed like is you see me sometimes in bed scrolling and it's like baby, baby, pregnancy.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, this obviously is gonna change us, but I don't. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to turn into one of those parents that are just like my whole persona is just like, dad this and mom this, and you know what I mean?
Right. Like,
I don't think we'll be there. Maybe after like kid 2 or 3.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But for right now, like, it feels I kind of want to. We're not gonna basically. What I mean by just saying that is we're not gonna turn this whole podcast into a baby podcast.
Yeah.
But we are gonna it is gonna be fun, especially for our first kid, to kind of share our journey, like what we're going through here and there. Because obviously, well, it's kind of like let's talk about the elephant in the room, because you were saying that we like you just said, we've been going on hiatuses and stuff. With this baby, obviously, like I said, our life is changing, and we are going to kind of hopefully share that transition and that change in our lives through this podcast. And even it's like crazy to think about. I was thinking about the other day, like, if YouTube's around, if, our show is still around and we hadn't deleted it, if something were to happen, or, our daughter, and future kids can go back and like watch this time in our lives. Like, I think it's just a different world that our kids are going to grow up than we did.
That's very true.
I know it's different than other generations, but just like our generation, it's going to be so different. Mm-hmm. So what's the future of this podcast to you with this baby coming? What are we going to do about this podcast?
I would say that, I mean, I could probably tell you now that come May, I'm not sure like how often we'll be doing the podcast, just because we're gonna be like sleep deprived. We're gonna be like, obviously 100% all of our focus is gonna be on our baby, and so it's like I'd like to continue to still do it as much as we can, and then as soon as we can pick back up, I'd like to still continue doing it. And then like you said, like we can take her along, like we could do like check-ins. This podcast doesn't have to be about like how you said, we're not going to turn it into a mom and dad podcast, but I feel like it would be kind of cool that like once she is here, like we could do what our first 3 months has been as parents or something like that, like kind of give like our.
Well, I was more talking about like, because obviously we're not going to quit.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah. So you touched on what I was talking about, but obviously we're not going to quit. So yeah, I guess we'll have to just cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's how I feel too. Yeah, like it's kind of hard for me to really like elaborate more on that because for that reason.
But no, just like you were saying, good little check-ins here. I mean, because I'm sure if you're into this podcast, hopefully you enjoy our company as we enjoy your company, and you just want to, we got to share more, I guess, personal stories and personal stuff, and it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
It is. It's going to be an experience. And I'm already experiencing it. Like you said, back to the original question of like how like we've been feeling and how like we've been dealing with. I am experiencing like these first time pregnancy symptoms that I didn't even like know existed. Like I am constantly doing research. Like my sciatica has really been hurting me in my back, and I look up that it's like because I'm carrying extra weight now. And for those of you who are probably asking, I'm 18 weeks now. So we've known for 4 or 5 months already. Yeah. So, we honestly
held off from the announcement because we just wanted to make a Christmas theme announcement.
Yeah.
So that's the main reason why we held off so long.
Yes. And then I guess for my personal reason too would just be like, and I know other first time moms probably think the same way I do, is just like you want to get to a point to where everything's okay. Right, like enough to. enough time to be able to say like, okay, I feel like we're in a good spot. Let's tell people, because that's always the exciting part. I think our Facebook broke. I mean, our announcement broke Facebook.
So broke Facebook. It was like glitching out.
It was glitching. Yeah, people loved it. But yeah. So just these first time pregnancy symptoms that they don't tell you about, like my chapped lips. I know some people know what I'm talking about. My chapped lips. The back pain. My knees been hurting. My titties are sore as fuck. So
your feet.
My feet. Yeah, you were rubbing my feet the other night. I'm like asleep and I wake up, you're rubbing my feet and you're like, man, they're so swollen. I'm like, see, like it just happens. Like, yeah. But yeah.
Wow. So
and it's pretty interesting. I think we should touch on real quick. Like I'm 18 weeks. So we found out at about 6 weeks. And it was only because okay, yeah.
I mean, you missed your period.
Yeah, I missed my period. That was why. I knew after a month that had gone by. I was like,
okay, so let's start from the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
So obviously, there's always, we've had I don't even want to call them, like, see, now that you're pregnant, I don't even want to call them pregnancy scares at that point, because they're
yeah.
at the point in our life, there wasn't really a such thing as a scare. Like pregnancy scare is like when you're not in the position or in the right mindset to be a parent. But I feel like we were like kind of ready for it. We were just kind of like, we were ready for it, but we knew it was going to happen when it happened. Of course, everybody wants to say like, oh, I know, or like, I've told you this. It's like, oh, I want to wait until, we're financially stable and we have this and we have this and we can do this and we can do that with, we're going to wait until we do this with our kid. A lot of people say that, and the universe doesn't work like that. Universe doesn't work like that.
We don't get to choose.
So we as long as we've been together, we've talked about and wanted kids, and we just knew that, it was going to happen when it happened, and now it happened. So when we first, so we experienced this was pregnancy, what do you want to call it? New word. We need a new word.
There's been multiple times that I've, of course, had to take pregnancy tests, and they just come out as negative. Yeah. So not pregnancy scares, maybe pregnancy, I don't know, incidents. I don't know. I can't think of a good word. But yeah, it's just what he's saying is that there's been multiple times that I've had to take a test, and it ended up being negative, and then I get my cycle. So, but this time around, I did not get my cycle, and I knew that when a certain date came, which was, I think in this case it was September 15th. So if September 15th comes, babe, I need to go get a test. And then he went that day, the 15th, for me.
Okay, so, we don't need to know the little details. Like, I went to the store, I walked into the aisle, I grabbed the test.
I didn't know.
So, fast forward to when you took it and how you told me.
Yeah, I took it as soon as I woke up, and I waited about a good 5 minutes, and then I went into the room, and I woke him up, because it's early in the morning. I just gotten up for work. I woke him up, and I say, babe, and you wake up, and I'm like, it says yes. And you're like, what? Like, you just woke up.
I literally, I'm in deep sleep. Yeah. And then all of a sudden wake up to you. And
I'm holding the test.
Yeah, she's standing on the edge of the bed holding the test.
And you're like, what?
I was like, I was still in half a dream.
Yes.
I was like on a spaceship.
You thought you were in a dream.
Flying down.
Yeah. You thought you were in a dream, and I just kept saying like it says yes.
Yes.
Tears are already coming out of my eyes,
and I just jumped up and held you, and
it was definitely
tears started coming out of my eyes, and
a surreal like, is this real?
I just exactly. I remember both of us just being so happy.
Yeah. Like, instantly, wow. Like there was never like any sadness or like fear, or I still don't really feel that. I feel more happiness more than anything.
See, that's what I'm worried about, because you hear everybody when they have kids, everybody says they're scared or they're nervous, but like I don't feel that. Mm-hmm. Like, so that kind of it's good, but also kind of worries me. Like why don't I,
Why
is it
don't we
is it
feel
gonna it's
that?
just gonna come in a huge pan, like, it's gonna come later. I know obviously it's gonna come later, but how is it gonna come? If I don't have that worry now, is it just gonna hit me all at once in a huge panic attack? So that's kind
Right.
of what I'm scared that I'm not scared. I'm worried that I'm not scared, or
Yeah.
I'm not nervous, because I just think it's gonna be awesome.
I think it's gonna be
I
awesome
just,
too.
I've always just couldn't wait to be a parent. Like I said,
Yeah.
I've always just laid out that path in my life that, oh, it's gonna happen whenever this, and it's like, dude, like
Right.
I'm gonna be 30 next year. Like, it's time for me to spread my seed.
I love it.
You know,
Yeah, I love it so much.
And I just, this is how I've wanted, my life to go. Obviously, like, not everybody wants kids,
Yeah.
but me, I knew I've always wanted, to have a kid, but I just never knew when.
Yeah.
That was always the hard part, the question mark.
I know I've always wanted to be a mom, and let me tell y'all this crazy thing that we realized, and we realized this in the early on, but I always told myself that I wanted to have a baby by the time I was 23. And here I am, 25, but to me, I think the universe wasn't telling me, no, not 23. They'll come 2023. And I'm like, oh,
That's interesting.
it is interesting.
That's very,
right?
wow.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I've always had the 23 in my head, and I thought that it's, by the time I am that age. But nope.
Wow.
2023 is the year.
Yeah.
So it's pretty insane.
And well, see, having a kid, I guess thinking about it beforehand, the main thing that worried me before, you were pregnant, about thinking about having children, has been the one thing that's kind of been the easiest during this whole time, is the doctor's office and the doctor's visits, and having to do all this stuff for the doctor. It's like, it's been so smooth.
We look forward to them.
Yes, it's been so smooth. That's the one thing that worries me, is having to go to the checkups and this and that, and dealing with all that doctor stuff. But man, I'm telling you, like I don't know if it's just how things have advanced. Just like things are so smooth.
It's true, but I think we're really lucky to have the people that we do.
Yeah.
That are going to be taking care of us, because that's
and then getting to see the baby every time. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Or hear the baby.
Yes, hearing her. Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So yeah, that was the main thing that worried me before I had my kids, and now I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. This is going pretty smooth so far. So when is shit gonna hit the fan?
And I didn't experience any nausea. I didn't have morning sickness. That scared me for a while until I got over the point to where I entered my second trimester. My doctor's like, okay, yeah, if you're having morning sickness, it should kind of ease by now. I'm like, I never really had any at all.
Yeah.
So I kind of lucked out. So it's been really good.
What other pregnancy symptoms have you been getting? Munchos?
Oh my God, the raging hunger.
Yeah, I just say that because I just saw the honey bun next to you.
Oh yeah, I brought a little snack to the podcast, but yeah, no, I swear, like, this second I wake up in the morning, I have to put something in my mouth, because that's what she said.
So you got pregnant. Well, I mean, obviously it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, like, I literally, like, I never was a cereal person in the morning, and I feel like cereal is the easiest thing for me, because before I got pregnant, I didn't really feel the need to eat as soon as I woke up. Like, I'm kind of like you. Like, I have to wait 2 business days.
Yeah, but... and we like today, when I was working earlier and you just walked in and got a bowl of cereal and just walked away, I was like, did you just get a bowl of cereal? Yeah, we both, I mean, that's one thing. We both work from home, and yeah, we both work from home. So do you think that's going to be an advantage, hopefully?
Definitely.
Yeah, helping with the baby.
I see so many women on TikTok that struggle with, because in the US you don't get that long, or in the United States, I guess it's like a thing. It's like people, make big deals about it, but like in places like the UK, other countries, like you get like a year off for maternity leave.
Wow.
And in the US you get like a maximum like 12, 14 weeks. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, it's hard for parents too, because your baby still needs you after 12 weeks. Like, every hour, probably, like, whether you're pumping, breastfeeding, whatever, but your baby still needs you. You can't be gone 8 hours of the day. It really sucks. It's really sad. And I'm like thankful that we're not gonna have to deal with that.
Yeah. And well, because your job is a little more, I guess, I don't know which one would be stricter, because I do like that. I mean, if need be, I can step away From
Me too.
yeah.
Me
Oh,
too.
okay, I
Yeah.
guess we both have that. Yeah, just yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah, I think it'll be really, really easy that way.
Yeah, if
Really
we need to
thankful
step
for
away
that.
for like 5-10 minutes. That's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's gonna be good.
Like right now, during my work, like I piss like 15,000 times a day, and so if I like, because I have to let them know like, hey, I'm stepping away real quick. I'll put going to the restroom real quick, and they'll even like comment back like, dang, like that
Yeah.
pregnancy bladder, like they care, they know. So
Yeah, that's the only thing about working from home is that you gotta like every little thing. Like you gotta tell them like, hey,
Yep.
Why were you gone for 10 minutes? I was taking a shit.
Got a problem? Yeah.
But
I'm
anyway,
gonna crack open this honey bun. You constantly have to have snacks. The baby loves to eat at 4 a.m.
Yeah, that's
Literally
a new thing. You wake up at 4 a.m.
Every single day. Like, you already know, like, oh, what can I get you? Like, if I wake
yeah,
up
because I'm
4.
usually up already. Yeah, that's another thing. Our sleep cycles. Like, literally, you're going to have the baby in the AM hours, and I'm going to have the baby in the PM hours. Speaking of which, we got some baby questions here to ask, and I guess that's going to be the first one. Is I don't know, was there a question about shifts, about about who's going to have the baby? Because, like, I know I'll be up all night. I already know. I've already pictured it. I want I'm going to have the baby sling, and I'm going to be here playing video games.
Yeah, you want the rolling, the little rolling bassinet thing?
Yeah.
Is what it's called?
Yeah.
On wheels to be able to just take it at wherever.
Yeah, we gotta start putting some things in the registry for the shower.
We gotta make a registry now that we announced it. That's all I was waiting for.
We didn't do a gender reveal because we honestly didn't want to because we didn't want to wait.
We needed to know right away.
ASAP.
And we did the blood test.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that it came about 2 weeks after we did the blood test, and I think you had just woken up, and I was like, hey, like, I just got this email. Let's open it. So it's just, I still have the screenshot. It tells me, it's like an automated system or whatever. It's like, I can tell what the gender of your baby is. Would you like to know? Click yes. And then literally says, based on your results, the gender of your baby has come out to 99.9% girl, female.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh.
Oh man,
that's amazing.
I'm just like imagining that moment.
I know, right? You still remember that?
Yeah.
Just immediate tears.
Yeah. That's amazing. Let's get into some of these questions. So of course, because this is a special baby episode, there's gonna be no CayVin news, no Mushroom Galaxy. Speaking of which, we'll announce the change to Mushroom Galaxy next time. Next time.
The DJ over here.
Yeah, and in place of this or that questions, we got some baby questions.
Yeah.
Some, I guess, predicting the future, I guess, or planning the future.
I like
More
that.
planning the future.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start with the first one. Who would change more diapers? Definitely you.
Yeah,
Definitely
I'm assuming me.
You got poo-poo duty.
No, I can't wait till there's like one just big massive explosion. I'm like, babe.
Yeah, like
this one's yours.
See, that's gonna be an interesting transition because my version of changing the diaper is like putting her in a bath every time.
Yes, it's like,
yeah.
You can't bathe her. You can't bathe them that often. I don't think it's good for them. I gotta do more research on that. But.
That was comedy.
Yeah.
I was joking, but
yeah, no, I just been meaning to tell you that though.
No, but I'm sure that's just something like that's another thing. I've been talking to a lot of friends. And family that they have kids, and one of my friends, obviously, no friend of the show, been on the show, was telling me it's like, and that's the craziest and most interesting or fascinating thing that I think about having kids. Is just I'm so fascinated with the traditional passing on of the gene, the evolution, the DNA, like that science part, like fascinates me, and. If you're here, you come from a line of, thousands and possibly millions of years of species having babies,
Literally.
And Walt told me that it just, when you have a kid, it just that instinct kicks in.
Mm-hmm.
It just kicks in.
Yeah.
And you just know what to do, and I think that's one thing, like right now, I'm going to be honest, I can't imagine changing diapers, but obviously that's the one thing or the main thing that we're going to be doing every day is, changing diapers.
Yeah.
So I know naturally, like, obviously if the dog poops, you get a poop bag and you pick it up and you throw it
Right.
out.
Right.
So I know when we have our daughter, it's just gonna come naturally, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, I'll change her. It's fine.
Yeah.
The idea of it now, like I hate to sound like the typical douche, but the idea of it now sounds gross. But I know when we have, when she's here, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is
no
my
problem.
this is my another fascinating thing. Not only
Yeah.
is this a version of me, it's a version of me combined with the number one person I love in this world, which is you.
Yeah,
So
babe.
just like that's if you, I guarantee most atheists don't have kids, because you have a kid, there's something you feel like, and she's not even here yet, and I already feel like there's something bigger out there.
Yes.
That just like that feeling just kind of proves it to me.
Yeah.
I don't need to know anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously, the science behind it could be the question to how, not the question to why.
Exactly.
So yeah, do you think you're going to change more diapers or me?
I think I will. I think I will.
Okay. You want to ask the next one?
Who will be the most?
I haven't had much sleep, guys.
Yeah.
It's been this whole past week. It's been 4-hour sleep nights.
Yeah. It's been tough.
Because I get off work and then I stay up all night and then I wait as soon as the sun comes up and gotta work on the ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't get things done in the afternoon, so I literally have to wait up all night until the sun comes out and then work for a couple hours.
Right.
And then go to sleep. So yeah, my schedule's all mixed up, people.
Who would be the more patient parent?
I think me.
I think you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm gonna be like impatient to the point where I'm like, I mean, I don't even know, like not frustrated or anything like that.
Well, I already told you, like I tell you with the animals, I'm like, you're gonna have to get mad at them.
Yes.
Like, I don't want them to know that I'm mad at them.
Literally,
you gotta get mad at them.
You do say that, but yeah, I think you'll be the one to have a little bit more patience.
Yeah.
Because like how you are
For
with
sure.
the animals too, like if I see that they're doing something bad, like I'll get mad at them and move on. But you're like, if you get mad at them, you like have to go cuddle them immediately, like
Yeah, I let
to
them know.
like be like apologetic.
Yeah, I've always been that way. That's why like I can't be mean to people because I
Yeah.
always feel bad afterwards.
Yeah.
Right, Kate? She knows talking about her. Okay, so who will be more nervous? What? During labor and delivery? Oh, me.
Me.
You think so?
I'm already like I think about it all the time. Like I don't know what I'm gonna.
I'll be
through.
nervous for you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. I see what. Yeah.
But for you'll be more nervous
Obviously
for
you.
me. I'll be
Yeah.
more nervous about the actual.
Yeah.
Like. I guess I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
The
For the actual
experience?
experience of it. Yes, thank you.
Mhm.
Yes, because I think like, okay, like I know I'm gonna have contractions, but how do I know what a contraction feels like? But then people say you'll know what a contraction feels like, so guess we'll just have to wait and see. But it's just definitely something that I think about. It's probably a little bit too early for me to start thinking about it, but I try not to worry about it.
Ugh.
So what?
Sorry.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
already?
Now it's hitting me now.
I know it's gonna be crazy.
Oh.
My mom has already said like
You're gonna poop yourself?
Oh yeah, I know I'm gonna shit myself for sure if I'm pushing, but I don't know. But no, my mom already said like the amount of pain that you're gonna be in, I wish I could just take it from you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Same.
but yeah. Oh
Same.
God,
Same.
she's sucking up over there.
What you gotta say? All right, Marvel doesn't want to talk in the mic.
No.
Okay.
Who will take more pictures of the baby?
You.
I think me too.
Of course, you. I mean, because I'm just not a picture guy.
Yeah.
I'm more of like a rare picture.
You like a soak it in. You're like a soak it in type of guy. Like you just like to take in the moment. But me, I like to capture the moment.
But if there's crazy parts like yesterday, speaking of which, Marvel was sleeping in a crazy way. Like there's things like that. Like that's a
That's picture worthy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who will be quicker to call the pediatrician when the baby is sick?
Me.
I grew up in a Hispanic household, so when the baby's sick, we're gonna have Vicks.
No.
We're gonna pray with the egg over her. You know, all those home remedies. So yeah, probably you.
Yeah, me. Like literally, as soon as I sense something is wrong.
No, all she'll need is Campbell's chicken noodle soup and 7-Up. Who would be the more strict parent? You.
Me?
Yeah.
You're just gonna let her get away with whatever.
No.
Not necessarily like that. I just mean
I'm gonna
like
think of it in a philosophic way. When she gets in trouble, I'm gonna really sit and think how to approach. Because mostly, if there's anything that I don't like, I'm gonna approach it with conversation.
Right.
So maybe, yeah. I mean, honestly, because our kids, all kids are like that when their parents are giving them lectures.
Yeah.
She's gonna hate my lectures. She's probably never gonna listen to this podcast because she's gonna lecture.
Like, I hear y'all talking enough.
Exactly, because everything I'm probably gonna lecture her about everything.
Yeah.
You know, not everything, but the things that right. I want to be like fully explain why I disagree with what she did or what she's doing. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait.
A little more lenient over here.
Me?
Yeah.
So you'll be more strict.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I can't wait. I can't wait for the time when she's of the age where she's constantly talking and asking questions.
I know.
I don't know if typical. It's supposed to be the parent that gets annoyed with the kid, but I think she's at that age. She'll probably get annoyed with me because
right.
I'll sit there and I'll literally,
yeah. Stop talking.
Every question she has, I'll be like, well, I'll try to answer
right.
to the best of my ability.
Yeah.
And if not, I'll be like, well, let's Google it. See, just like the things that, I didn't grow up with my parents playing video games or, things like that. Like, this is just going to be a different world that she grows up in. Like, she's going to be really talked about. She's going to be on her Apple Music family plan. Like, what?
Yeah.
Imagine being on your parents' Apple Music family plan when you were growing up.
No.
Being on your parents' Xbox Game Pass, on your parents' Netflix account.
She'll have her own profile for everything.
Well, Netflix is more common nowadays, but still.
She'll have her own Disney profile.
Yeah, and I know people that have kids that are, around like, newborns and taller age or, of that age. You kind of already experiencing that technological shift in society. Like, my aunt was saying that she had her kids knowing how to use, tablets and Roblox at like age 2.
Yeah.
So that's just, man, that's another fascinating part. I'm so excited for this journey.
Yeah.
So much. It's such a refreshing new life, I feel like. A fresh new start.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, who would be better at singing lullabies? Oh, that's gonna be me.
Yes.
I want to sing to her all the time.
Yes, I know. I love it.
Yeah. Who would the baby look like more?
I hope you.
I hope you, though.
No, I hope you. Your eyelashes, your full.
Well, judging from that ultrasound, she already got your forehead.
My 5 head. Yeah, she does already have a big forehead. You could tell.
But so another way to ask the question: who do you think has the more prominent features?
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know if this is one of the questions, but do you think she's gonna be born with hair or no hair?
Oh,
because we both obviously. I would think that's a prominent feature on us, is we both have long, thick hair.
We do have long, thick hair, but we've already discussed this, that you were born with a thick head of hair, and I was bald till I was almost 3. So...
Is it wrong to bet on things like that?
Will our baby have hair?
Will our baby be born with hair? Because, yes, I was born with full head of hair, and you were born bald.
Yeah.
How long did she say you didn't have hair till, you were,
Till I was almost 3. What? I wore a lot of headbands.
That's interesting, though. That might be...
And now my hair is so long.
If it was till 3, that might be more prominent.
That's true.
But then again, I had hair since I was born either. So it's like,
I know, yeah.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to tell that, closer to the time when we get, the 3D or 4D ultrasounds, whatever D it is.
We're going to have to go back and watch this episode when we have her. And see what we got right and what we got wrong. So that'll be a good checkup episode.
For sure.
Just like how next week we plan to do Podception, because obviously that's the one. We have few episodes that we do once a year.
Yeah.
For example, there's a little side tangent, people. Like the Spotify top songs. We can't do that this year because, they're cracking down. You know, it used to be just YouTube, and I used to be like, I don't care. YouTube can, you know, demonetize it, whatever. But now, like, the audio feeds are cracking down on any type of music use.
Way more strict.
Oh, it's the devil. Well, you know, that's what happens when everyone wants to have a podcast, people. You know, they got to put restrictions in place.
That's true.
So, yeah, this would be a good yearly episode to have. And, you know, probably be in place with that. Is a yearly baby checkup episode.
I love it.
Yeah. So, who will pack the diaper bag better?
Me.
Okay, yeah.
You like.
I would pack too much. I'd be a compulsive, because I'm a compulsive packer.
That's true. We'd run out of room. But
yeah, if I'm going somewhere for a day, I'll pack like 5 pairs of undies, 5 pairs of socks.
Literally.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do we need this much?
And be like, I need 3 types of shirts, 3 shirts for each day. You know, actually, no, I need 3 short sleeves, 3 cutoffs, and 3 long sleeves for each day.
And we could be going to fucking the hottest place in the world, and he'd be like, still bring some sweatpants in case I get cold. Like, what? But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a me and you, I guess, on that one.
Who would read more books to the baby?
You.
Yeah, I think me. I already have a whole Amazon wish list of children's and baby books
that like we read when we were little.
Oh man, like the 5 Chinese Brothers, which I don't even know if that's even a is that a cancelable book nowadays? But that was one of my favorite books. If you give a mouse a cookie. Oh yeah.
Very Hungry Caterpillar.
Yes, the lady who swallowed a fly. Yeah, there's I know there's a bunch of, I mean, obviously there's a bunch on the freaking Amazon wish list. So yeah, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that.
You gotta start reading to her when she's in my belly. Yeah, she knows.
What are those baby buds that you were showing me the other day?
Baby buds. You can just plug them into your phone, and then they like stick right here on your belly, and you can just like play songs or something on your phone. So best believe I'm gonna get that, and she's already gonna be listening to Harry Styles and Taylor.
You're gonna be listening to my music.
Oh no, the metal music.
You fucking prick. Yeah. See, I can never sing or scream like the metal, yeah. That's why I love it. Like, I'm that type of guy. I'll listen to like hardcore metal music, and I'll just be in the car, just like, because like it's in my head that I'm freaking singing along and screaming and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm curious to see whose music she's gonna take to.
Yeah,
that's what I'm really interested to see too.
Yes.
What? Yeah, you think she's gonna go on the metal side when she gets older?
I don't know.
Gosh, man, sometimes like I want to live through it, but sometimes I just want to, like, if I can get on a time machine and just peek for like a minute, I just want to go.
Can you just tell me what kind of music she likes?
Right, just like fast forward 5 years for a minute, and then I'll come back.
Right.
And I just want to take a peek, see what's going on with our lives.
That would be crazy. Can you imagine if you can do that? To see her 5 years old already? Oof.
That's a hard one. That's one of those, because then would you want to leave?
Exactly, right? But then you want to see to how she gets to that point. So
that's true. Who will want more children sooner? I'm already. Like 2 weeks after we found out you were pregnant, I was talking about, having another one.
Yeah, literally. In the middle of the night, we're just laying there, trying to get back to sleep, and he's just like, "Can I ask you something?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "What do you think about, after you have this baby, trying to have another one?" I was like, whoa.
I just asked, I said, if we were in a financial situation to where you can just be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah.
And, have 2 in a row. Why not?
Yeah. I did agree.
Speed it up.
Exactly. Yeah. Just to see. But I'm literally smiling so much this episode, my cheeks are hurting.
Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, that was just one of those pipe dreams. Like in the perfect world, if we could have another one right away, would you?
I'd say yes. Yeah. I'd still say yes.
I wanted to. All right. Who will be ready to go on a date night without the baby first? I worry about leaving Logan by himself for a day.
I know.
Or with my dad for a day. So
I'm not gonna want to leave the baby. I'm gonna be too like.
I think we're both
gonna struggle with getting there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's
It's gonna be a while.
I think so too. I don't know how it is, but
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the timeline we're thinking is like we're not gonna do nothing for like a year.
Yeah.
So this podcast will be, or this podcast is already like our mental escape because I mean, if you don't already know, we live out in the middle of nowhere, which we love, but at the same time, we need something to keep us sane, and that's talking into a camera because we know people are listening. You know, well, very few people right now, but nonetheless, the people that are listening, we love you.
Yeah.
We love you a lot, and thank you so much for being here because you're sharing this journey with us, and
it's a very special episode for us.
Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. Who will function better with sleep deprivation?
Oh man,
me.
I'd say me. So maybe both of us. I
What
guess
do you
that's
mean?
good.
No, you need your sleep.
I understand that I need my sleep, but also I am most likely, even if because babies, like, they, of course, you in the very beginning you'll have trouble sleeping, but they could get to a point to where they could sleep a good 6 to 7 hours if they wanted. And I already know I'm still going to be up probably every 30 minutes to an hour just checking on her. Like, is she okay? This is a long time for her to be asleep,
Oh, I thought
like,
it was like
that.
who's it going to affect more? But I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So, like, I think
you're going to be more checking on her.
Yeah.
Because I'm a deep sleeper, too.
Right.
But I feel like I can jump up. Like, I can live off of, obviously, as I have been, I can live off of 4 hours of sleep.
Right, yeah. And I feel like I'm able to function, too. So I think we'll both be okay.
Okay. Yeah, who will baby-proof the home? Well, me.
Yeah, I think you'll be more focused on that, too.
Yeah, you just have to tell me, point me in the right directions.
Right.
Okay, who will get up with the baby more in the middle of the night? See, I think, that's kind of what I thought the other one was talking about.
Yes, I thought so too.
Kind of like same, but different questions. So let's just skip that one because that's basically the same answer because it'll be either of us.
Yeah.
Who will work most on potty training? I think you.
I think me too.
Yeah.
It's possible to have her potty trained soon. Not obviously, but... I really don't know what the timeline is, but I'd say between 1 and 2 that she can be potty trained if you work with her enough.
Oh, okay. I've been reading all these. I forgot I took over reading. You want to read the last 2?
Oh yeah.
But no, I agree with you on that, on the potty training one. You're right.
I like this one because I already know it's gonna be you.
What?
Who will be more confused about how to assemble baby gear?
I was confused reading that question, so that's why I handed it to you. So yeah, you're right.
Oh my god, yeah, 100% you over there. Like, oh god.
Yeah.
What does this do? Like, babe, that's okay, there was one. I think they were receiving blankets. And he was like, the ones that have like the different texture. And he was like, oh, look, little blankets to cover her with. Oh, no, those are for like burping and like, other stuff. She doesn't sleep with us.
Okay, it's still, I mean, it's same diff.
I know, but they're not as soft as regular blankets is what I'm saying. So just something like that. But yeah, when we get to the technical stuff, like I'm even nervous, like how, to me, I'm more nervous on how to use the breast pump rather than like, I know I can look at, a car seat or like a stroller or bassinet and like kind of know like all that stuff. And then they have so much other baby gear, like the strap thing and then the everything.
Oh yeah, I want to be that dad that walks around with the baby
She's
strap.
just gonna be strapped to you all the time.
Yeah, gonna be awesome.
Okay, and the last question: who will ask family more often for parenting advice? I'd say me.
Yeah.
My mom had it's me and my 3 brothers. My mom had all 4 of us by the time she was 24. So I think she knows a thing or 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'd be really good.
Yep.
Oh wow. Well, thank you for sharing this journey with us, everyone. Because this is.
Thank you for beginning this journey with us.
Oh yeah.
It's far from over.
Yeah.
This is just the first, initial, in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it is really exciting, and I'm sorry if I've seemed a little slower this episode. Like I said, I am a little tired.
Yeah.
but we needed to do this. We wanted to do this. Got to catch up with this this podcast because, like I said, we're not stopping. This is the start of a new journey. I can't wait, and we're not gonna. Well, whatever changes we are gonna make, we'll announce it at the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. Exciting time in the beginning of the year. Mm-hmm. Be looking forward to that. But as far as baby goes,
yep.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm feeling so many emotions.
Yeah, like I said, we're not going to turn this to a whole baby podcast, but this is going to be exciting, sharing what's going on here and there. I'm sure we're basically going to say something, mention something every episode. So just be looking forward to that, people.
Yes, definitely. Now we can talk about it more freely.
Yeah. With that being said, if you want to support us and help us with this baby, just simply support us by, checking out the Patreon, $1, people, buying the merch. We got our merch back up. Buy our merch while you can, because there's, the merch that's on there now might be gone next year when we change some things up. Mm-hmm. So buy some merch while you can. That's gonna definitely help with this baby. If you don't want to throw $1 at us, you can simply support us by just sharing, liking, subscribing. All that works. So yeah, thank you so much again for helping us with this journey, or not helping us, but I mean you are helping us.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, this is therapy to us.
It really is.
So thank you so much for listening or watching. And
yes.
Kaylin, take us out. What do you got to say?
Well, if you made it this far, I just wanted to give a little bump action. I don't know if you can even see, but yeah, I got a little thing going on here. I don't know. You can see it's very little, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Beautiful bump. I love it.
Thanks, babe.
We love you, people. Good night.
Good night. Love y'all.